Europe's best food safety experts are joining forces to crack down on fraud. Euronews is following them in this special series called The Food Detectives. In this first episode, we're with the team fighting fishy deals in fishing. Over 3 million tons of fish are caught and sold in Europe every year, and not everything that's traded across the continent is exactly what it claims to be. In fact, the sector often faces questions over traceability, transparency and fraud, as Norwegian food detective Truls Bakkjord explains.
Some of the problems in the supply chains today could be that fish is caught in areas where you're not allowed to catch them, or you can catch it at a time when it's not allowed. You could use gear that is illegal to use in certain places, or you could claim that your fish is sustainably sourced through some kind of certification and the fish that you actually are selling does not have the certification.
The diverse nature of the fishing business complicates the picture, as catches can come from factory ships or tiny boats. Records aren't always digitalized, and even naming conventions vary.
For instance, there are a lot of different types of catching gear that exist. These do not have standard names across the fisheries, so they might be reported as completely different things by similar fishermen doing similar jobs.
So, food detectives Truls Bakkjord and Carolina Grun are working on a solution to make fishing fraud much more difficult. Carolina oversees quality management at this Danish-owned fish processing plant in Koszalin in northern Poland. She says the fraud usually occurs before the pallets of frozen fish reach their factory.
We are receiving the fish, the whole fish, so we can see the species. We are sure what fish it is. We can distinguish it, but we cannot confirm only at the look at it where it's coming from and with which catching gear it was caught, with which in which period. So when we receive the goods to our factory, not all of the information is available in the documents.
Truls and Carolina are now working together to fill in those gaps in their knowledge along the supply chain.
I think that the main problem with the information is that if it exists, it's hard to get at. So it's kind of it is a bit of detective work for each unit that we need to study.
Their ultimate goal is to develop a digital tamper-proof format for a new kind of product passport that follows the fish from the sea to the supermarket.
We're trying to make a link between all of these different ideas and labels so that you can follow a single pallet all the way through the supply chain. The more we increase the traceability and transparency in the supply chain, the harder it is to cheat.
Just one example of how tricky traceability can be is here in the filleting operation.
In this processing hall, we are trimming the fish. We are cutting it to the specification agreed with the customer. The challenge we have here is that the specifications are very narrow, giving us various parameters that we need to keep. And for that, we have to mix different lots together, different batches of product.
Right now, with no digital product passport in place, keeping track of which fish went into which product is extremely time-consuming.
Our team in the logistic is spending hours on making sure we have the right data in the right place in our system.
The food detectives' aim is to make such lengthy tasks a thing of the past and help consumers sail a safe passage through an ocean of information.
The hope is that the work we're doing will become an industry-wide standard, where all the actors in all the various supply chains in the fisheries industry are able to collect and share information in a standard way, so that when you see the fish on your plate, you know exactly what it is, and it has been caught sustainably.
Well, that's all for this episode. Next time in The Food Detectives, we're in Germany and France with a team tracking fraudulent chicken and beef. See you then.